Throughout mankind, a hero can rise from the ashes of war and tragedy. In ancient Greece, it was warriors like Achilles and Alexander the Great. During the Roman times, gladiators made the Colosseum roar. In the late summer and fall of 1922, a Methodist minister named Asa K. Jennings from upstate New York and a Navy captain from Kentucky called Halsey Powell defied the odds and saved hundreds of thousands of lives in Asia Minor. A person doesn't have to wear a cape and fly in the air. Very often a hero is just someone that does the right thing. It's so simple to do, but in the story that is Smyrna, very few officials did the right thing. This is the story of Asa Jennings and Halsey Powell, two men that arrived in Turkey as the Ottoman Empire was crumbling.
I've depended on the Lord all my life, but never did I throw myself so completely on Him as during those days. Yes, that's true. Both of those statements are in the papers that I have left to me by my grandfather. So he was a man of great faith.
So the situation at Smyrna in many ways is duplicated to the south and to the north. People had to be rescued. And so the same approach was applied. American naval escort of Greek shipping. So the Greek ships would come in under U.S. escort, the refugees would be loaded and they would be taken to Mytilene principally. And then from there they were dispersed to other places, Piraeus and Thessaloniki and so forth. And the same thing along the Black Sea coast. Ships were chartered, Greek shipping was employed, even passenger ships, big passenger ships, Greek passenger ships were used. And under the direction of Powell and Jennings, the people were brought from the Black Sea to Constantinople and then to Greece. When it was all done, the patriarch in Constantinople credited Asa Jennings with saving the lives of millions of Greeks. So he's a hero. He's a hero to Americans and he's a hero to the Greeks, I think. And his story, and the story of Halsey Powell, who was from a small town in Kentucky, the son of a plantation farmer, their story needs to be told and to be understood. And I think it's an example of how individual people faced with extraordinary problems can make a difference. These two men saved hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of lives as a consequence of their courage and their actions. And it's a story we can all be proud of. So it was a city that made a lot of money, it had a lot of fun, it was also a cultural center. It had many newspapers, publishing houses, and theaters, many cinemas, and so forth. A lot of the wealth and the impressive part of Smyrna was really mostly the so-called waterfront, or the Quay. And there was a long quay that stretched from the so-called Point in the north of the city southward toward the commercial district. And along this quay were hotels, restaurants, cafes, private clubs, and so forth. Another thing that distinguished Smyrna and made it different as a city from many other places was the sense of tolerance and the cosmopolitan nature of the city of Smyrna. Smyrna, like many cities in the Ottoman Empire, was made up of districts, ethnic districts. There was a Turkish district and a Jewish district and a Greek district and an Armenian district, a Levantine district, and so forth. In Smyrna, the people spoke each other's languages, they ate each other's foods, they moved in some of the same social circles, they did business with each other. And so it was a city that was known throughout the empire for its ability to tolerate other kinds of people.